good, and welcome back to yet another combo video. And today I have something inspired by one of my comments on my 3-axis video, that why I'm not using cards like Predator Plant or Scorpio. And it got me thinking. I'm like, those cards are pretty good, why aren't I using those? And then I started to compile a lot of plant cards together, and then I came up with some pretty cool stuff, I think, that I want to showcase off for you guys. So I guess this deck, you can call it Plant Link, or Good Stuff Plant Link, or Plant Synchro Link, I don't know. But it's just using a lot of different plant cards and cool cards, and really some interesting interactions to do some quite amazing combos that I don't think are completely unique to this plant kind of thing, but the method of achieving the end result is a bit different than usual, which I find really cool, really nice. So there are some 1-2 card combos, but I was solitaring a bit, test-hunting a bit, and I found a really cool 3-card combo that I want to showcase for you guys. So that would be, I guess, Lone Fire or Opera Scorpio. So in theory we have about six copies of that card. And then some kind of revival spell, you know, Reborn, World Legacy, Succession. A lot of those cards exist in the game. And then any Tuner Monster Extender. So there's quite a few of those as well. There's like Unexpected Die, Adhara, Cockle-Doodle-Doo. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump right into it. So for this combo in particular, we'll special summon Adhara. Then we normal summon Predator Plant or Scorpio. In theory, we have a monster that we can discard. Summon Darling Tobio Cobra out of a deck. Activate its effect. We get to add Ultra Polymerization to our hand. Now, what this card does, we activate it, we pay 2,000, and we fuse 2 monsters on our field for a fusion summon. So we summon Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, and then we can banish Ultra Poly from our graveyard, target our Starving Venom, and then summon back our material from our grave in defense mode, and I think their effects are negated, but that's fine. So then we can turn 2 plants into Aromaseraphie Jasmine, so a card that TCG has never really abused. So her effect reads, we can tribute a monster that this card points to summon a plant from our deck in defense position. So we're going to summon Lone Fires, and then we're going to go through all 3 of the Lone Fires, as you normally would, and then we're going to end up on Gigaplant. So, you know, old school fans will remember Gigavise. Well, here we go. That's another component of this deck. We're going to start doing that. So we're going to link down into Link Cross, our best friend, get 2 Link tokens, and we go our Tuner Monster and our Link Cross for Crystron Halgi-Fibrax, activate his effect, summon Violent Cube out of our deck, proxy, but it's coming in the mail, I assure you. And then we synchro for our first negate, I guess, Head of Acolyte. So to activate our Violent Cube, so now we can search our Supervise to our hand. And so if you guys don't know what this does, you equip this onto a Gemini monster, and then that Gemini monster gains its effects as it was Gemini summoned. So then we can go ahead and do that. Gigaplant lets us summon back a plant out of our graveyard. So we can summon back Lone Fire Blossom, and then activate its effect once again to summon an old favorite, Spore, out of our deck. And then we have a Link 1, a level 1, and a level 1. So we can go for another old friend, Formula Synchron. And then we get to draw a card, of course. So where to from here? We want to make sure that our zones are free for our World Legacy Succession. And then we synchro these 2, level 2 and level 6, for Borreload Savage Dragon. Equipping our Aromaseraphie onto that to get 2 counters, and then Supervise activates. So since it was face up and it went to the graveyard, we get to summon a normal monster out of our grave. And of course, Gemini monsters count as normal monsters, so we can summon back our Gigaplant. Alright, now we activate World Legacy Succession, summoning back our Lone Fire to the zone it points to, activating his effect yet again to summon a generator card. So we summon Mardell, Generator Boss of Light. Her effect is we can just search a plant now. We summon a new card from Eternity Code, Rose Girl. This card reads, when a face-up plant we control is sent to the graveyard, we can special summon it out of our hand. Level 3 Tuner, really cool, interesting extender card. I guess one of the whole points of why this deck might work, I think. Anyway, so now we want to activate our Spore. We banish any plant in the grave, it doesn't matter, because we just want to summon it back. So then we can go Needle Fiber and Spore for Predator Plant Anaconda. So this will activate our Rose Girl, since our Spore went to the graveyard. Bang, summon her to the field. Then we can go Giga Plant and Rose Girl, level 3, level 6, for the Ravenous Croco Dragon Archithus, is that how you say it? And we get to draw another card. And then, whoa, we have 2 level 9s on the field. Generator and Archithus overlay for our best friend, True King of All Calamities, VFD. And then, of course, we can end up finish-shagging our combo with Predator Plant, Verto Anaconda, sending Red Eyes Fusion, Dark Magician, and Red Eyes for Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. That's pretty nuts, guys. And, you know, we get to do a lot of cool interactions there. I'll quickly jump into a more simple combo of something you can do with just a couple of cards. Alright, so that was 3 cards, but what about just 1? What about just Opera Scorpio? So I guess what about just Lone Fire or Opera Scorpio? We can do quite similar fields, but slightly not as good, but that's okay. So we normal summon Opera Scorpio. As for the effect, we discard a monster out of our hand, summon Cobra out of our deck, and we'll get Instant Fusion. You can still get Ultra Poly, but it's fine. You want to link those into Jasmine, and then you want to activate Instant Fusion. We'll summon Sea Monster of Theseus. I guess alternatively, if you had an additional monster, you could Instant Fusion for Millenniumize over here and protect your plays from hand traps. That's also an interesting point. Jasmine effect, Tribute. For all the Lone Fires, for Spore this time. Spore earlier on. And next, proceed for the standard Link Cross stuff. We love Link Cross. He's still legal, so we'll still abuse him. Get 2 Link tokens, and this time we'll go Spore and Link Cross for Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber, we'll get Violon Cube, and then we'll Synchro for our Light monster. Hero Arclight, activating our Violon Cube, getting Supervised to our hand. Next, this is where it gets a bit different. So, activate our Spore, banishing Lone Fire to come back as a level 4 monster. And then we can stack Spore and Arclight for Dugaris. Nice. Collector's Rare, Dugaris. And then activate his effect. We detach 2, summon a monster out of our graveyard in defense. We can get back our Lone Fire Blossom. Next, activate Lone Fire, Tribute, get a Giga Plant once again out of the deck. Really nice. And equip him with Supervise. So now we can use his effect, summon back Lone Fire, Tribute again. For Mardell, Generator, Boss of Light, her effect activates, gets Rose Girl to our hand. Next, we can link Giga Plant and Dugaris for Predator Plant, Vertia Anaconda. That'll trigger our Supervise, summoning back our Giga Plant. It will trigger our Rose Girl, since a plant was sent to the grave, summon her out of the hand. Next, we can Synchro Shokan once again for Archithus. We get to draw 1 card. And then, like before, stack for VFD, and then finishing off our turn, activate Red Eyes Fusion for Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So not as good as before, but incredible. You can do it off 1 card. And I guess it has a lot of bricks. However, there is a nice little plant monster known as Flowerbot. This card reads, when it's sent to the graveyard, you can draw 1 and then put a card in your hand on top of your deck. So if you draw one of these bricks, like Red Eyes Fusion, or I guess Giga Plant, or I'm not too sure on the ratios yet, but this is a really useful plant card that we can use to fix our hand. Alternatively, if we mill, or if we draw too many high-level plants, or too many combo pieces, we can always play cards like Rose Lover, like Water Carrot Weight Champion. So Rose Lover, we can banish her out of the grave, summon a plant out of her hand. Carrot Warrior, World Carrot Weight Champ, we can, if this card's in the graveyard, we can send a plant we control around a hand to the grave to summon this back. So, you know, if we draw a lot of cards that we can't normal summon, we can always just get rid of them for those, or summon them via Rose Lover. That's beside the point. And also, another point of this combo is, during our opponent's turn, we can always tag out our Halgi Firebrax for cards like Formula Synchron. You could also tag out for a Shooting Riser Dragon, and then don't use the effect, and then use Shooting Riser and Link Token to make a Borreload Savage on your opponent's turn, which is again amazingly cool and highly unique to this combo. Anyway guys, let me know what you think. I hope you liked these plant monsters. If you know, Plant Synchro was one of the legendary decks of this game, and it's just great to see them in action. I'm really excited about this deck, and I'm going to work quite hard to prepare a deck list and actually play it at a remote duel coming up. Anyway, wish me luck, guys. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Jonga5 at chaoticfactory.com. Peace out, guys. Thank you.